Die, Eagles, die on the road to misery. Die, Eagles, die. It's easy as 1, 2,
Fail,
3.
fail.
Hit 'em low, hit 'em high. Watch those Eagles fans cry. Die, Eagles, die on the road to misery. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a mother-son post-game show for the New York Giants with family bonding. This is crazy because we didn't expect the Eagles to poop the bed. We're not going to curse on this one because we're having a good mood. We didn't expect them to poop the bed the way they did. It's very interesting to see them go 24-0 in the half. It's just the Giants surprised me today, and I'm sure everyone else in Big Blue. So we're going to get right into this and break this down. But before we do, the mother has something for you to do for us real quick. Mom, what is that?
All right, this is the last of the Giants regular season game, because we have no playoff. We need you to do one thing, though, because we're going to be doing content. We're going to be offering Giants content during the offseason, especially for the draft. You got to watch our draft reaction, which is always a classic.
Yes.
So go ahead, subscribe. Please subscribe. Join our family. Hit the little like button. Hit the bell so you can find out about all the updates. All right, let's get into it.
I want to start this off by just praising the Giants as a whole for finishing the season strong and realizing that they could stick it to the Eagles one last time. This was their one opportunity. Although it wouldn't necessarily keep the Eagles out of the playoffs, having them go from the 2 seed to the 5th seed is enough. I think that's enough, especially the way they did it, because they just got spanked by a team that they were honestly supposed to. In my eyes, I thought they were going to beat us again, and potentially after how difficult the first game was, or at least the first appearance between us and what was that, Christmas Eve or Christmas, whatever day it was, they definitely seemed more prepared. And it seemed like, but it's albeit they still struggled. You would think that coming into this game, they would have a little more fire under their butts, because they were like, all right, we should have we should have beat them like they were nothing last time. So we should do that now. But instead, it looked like they came in kind of cold, or at least they came out there and they just weren't really prepared for anything. It didn't look like Jalen Hurts was up to par. They were getting banged up out there. His finger got mangled and looked like he dislocated his middle finger. Poor Jalen Hurts and poor AJ Brown with his knee. Even though it is the opposing team, it's a shame to see a player go out like that. But aside from that, I have something to say about Xavier McKinney. That was easily his best performance as a New York Giant and an NFL player.
Yeah.
That was the best interception I've seen by a New York Giant in a very long time.
Yeah.
The first interception, the second one was good, but that first one, to keep his feet in bounds, and if you watch in slow motion, if you paid attention carefully, you saw he looked down immediately when his foot touched. He looked down and he saw that his foot was in. So he really did everything textbook how he was supposed to. Xavier McKinney, my man, you look like you are back to your original form. I am very happy to see that. You guys did well without Deontay Banks as a whole in the secondary. Okereke coming in.
About him. They did so well. I forgot about Banks. How about
That's
that?
what I'm saying. Yeah, no, they did. Adoree Jackson filled in really good. Dane Belton is really good back up too. So I feel like the Giants as a whole, their defense will always be what it is. It's just they get tired because the offense can't constantly get first downs and score, and that's the issue. Finishing today, that wasn't an issue. Saquon was out there, got 2 touchdowns. You got Tyrod Taylor looking really good. I think he break 300 yards. I think he almost did. They took it away.
I heard 300 yards.
Yeah, but they took it away because they counted it as a pitch because it was a lateral. Essentially, it wasn't actually a pass, a forward pass. So it was basically a really long handoff. Unfortunately, if he got any more yardage after that, because at that point I was just complacent with what was happening. The shutout in the first half, I haven't seen that with the Giants-Eagles game, I don't think ever.
No, yeah, not in your lifetime.
No, not in my lifetime.
With this game, it really shows that this is a team that 100% needs a quarterback.
And lineman.
But needs a quarterback that can make quick decisions.
Yeah.
And do it successfully. Not make quick decisions and they still get sacked.
Right.
We don't need that. I'm impressed that the Giants decision makers on the sideline saw the importance of having Tyrod last week 17, and also in week 18 when he was healthy and could come back. I didn't even think he could come back for the rest of the season.
I didn't either. I was very concerned.
Yeah, I mean, because it was a rib issue. He figured it out. He's a tough guy. He's not the biggest guy. He's a little dude.
No, I was talking about that a lot during the game. I was like, he's very fragile.
He's a little dude.
And the way he was playing was aggressive, though. At the end, when he was leaning forward and sliding forward and not sliding, he was like leaning in and diving forward. It's like, man, you already got hurt twice and went out. What are you doing? Like,
he's at the, technically could be at the end of his career. He's trying to, if he needed to solidify a spot, whether it's on practice squad, on the sideline as a backup, I think he did that. I think he did that in these appearances that he had this season.
I think he could be the starter. I don't see why you should put Daniel Jones back in the starting spot.
I agree.
I
I
think there
agree
needs
with
to
you.
be a battle for that position. Daniel Jones doesn't deserve to just come back and be like, all right, well, thanks, guys. I'm back. Thanks for covering. No, I think he needs to work for it. And I still think it should go with what they were doing because the fact that they outperformed him, if you're looking
Mm-hmm.
at their stats through those games, with the same offensive line getting sacked damn near almost as much. DeVito
Right.
got sacked, what, 28 times in 4 games? That's 7 sacks a
Wow.
game. And he still had a better record than Daniel Jones in that stretch. You could take a lot away from Daniel Jones now. This
Yeah.
season really just made him look awful.
Him getting hurt and being out the rest of the season saved him from really, really undermining his future because I don't think he was going to get better.
No.
I don't think that
No.
he would have he would have had like a Jordan Love moment where it's like, oh, okay, wait, he's figured it out. No, no, it's not. That's not that wasn't happening for him.
Well,
It
the issue
wasn't.
is it wasn't just about figuring it out. The players didn't galvanize behind him. They didn't believe in him. They weren't playing like they wanted to play around him. The players
Yeah.
looked lethargic. They looked like they didn't. I don't want to say they didn't care. They just looked different. They didn't look like the New York Giants. They just looked like they were just out there. But then when
Mm-hmm.
Tyrod Taylor first got in there, they started playing a little harder. But when Daniel Jones was out there, it looked like a circus act. It looked crazy. You were like, all right, how many sacks can they get in the next 3 minutes? Not this
Right.
quarter. It was at one point. It was like, dang, they just got 2 sacks in a row. Are they gonna get a third? Like it was so bad, and the line looked like they just were just aloof and just didn't care and were just not existent. And again, Tommy DeVito goes in. They looked even more galvanized behind him. They liked that he was an underdog. They liked the whole energy that he was bringing.
Were they now clarify this for me, son? Were they saying that Shepard would probably be retiring, or he'd just be not on the Giants anymore and hope that somebody picked him up? What were they kind of? They were like, oh, this is probably most likely Shepard's last game as a Giant,
I
and they
thought
were
he,
all hugging him.
I thought he was saying he was gonna retire.
I don't know that he has anything left for any other team, so it makes sense. But even though he has sucked the last couple of seasons, it was still sad to hear all that, and it was unfortunate he couldn't get a touchdown today, even though they tried. He's gonna make way for hopefully someone else is a star receiver.
Wan'Dale
I'd
Robinson.
like.
Wan'Dale Robinson is a problem. He is going to be a problem for the foreseeable future. He is what Kadarius Toney was supposed to be, but I think he's better, way better. An actual difference maker. He
Yeah.
is the it factor
Yeah.
that the Giants are missing at the receiver position. That he's
Mm-hmm.
not a number one receiver. He's not a number one, but he is someone that you can rely on third down and first down, which is great. And he's someone that you can rely on in the outside run game where you're throwing like a run like just misdirection. You fake it to Saquon or whoever's going to be at the running back position. If it's not Saquon, you fake it to him, then you hand it off to Wan'Dale. He runs it outside. He's quick. He's fast. He's got good hands. Good route runner. I don't really see a lot of issues in his game. I really don't.
Yeah.
He's a tough player. He's a bulldog.
Yeah.
He has no fear. I think that is going to be Shepard's replacement. He is going to be the new era. I'm gonna miss Shepard. It's unfortunate because we didn't actually get to see Shepard's full potential.
No.
He got injured a lot when he had Victor Cruz and Odell Beckham, and then when Victor Cruz left and it was just him and Odell Beckham, they were supposed to be a problem. That was supposed to be
Mm-hmm.
the dynamic duo. That was
Yeah.
that was one of the biggest what ifs in my opinion for the Giants in the past 7 years. What if Odell Beckham never left, never had his whole falling out, never got punched in the head by the damn net? What if What if
His
Sterling Shepard
emotional
never got?
breakdown.
Yeah. What if Sterling Shepard never got injured? The Miami crew. I can't even say it. That.
The son hates the boat trip.
What if all those things didn't happen? What would have happened with Sterling Shepard and Odell Beckham and the Giants in that playoffs?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You never
It's
know.
true. Never know.
And now it's too late now. With Sterling Shepard gone, that leaves Darius Slayton, Wan'Dale Robinson, Darren Waller, assuming if his fragile behind can stay on the field too.
Yeah, he's definitely injury prone. So I
So
mean, they're gonna do a reset for sure. They're gonna do a
yeah,
reset
again
and
for like the 20th
they'll
thousandth time.
all right, well, the rebuild. We're continuously in the rebuild mode. It seems. It's unfortunate that we are stuck with Jones. Keep looking at Michael Penix Jr. and
It's not
everything's gonna be a
happening.
good. Not happening. Somebody. This is funny. I saw on X, formerly Twitter, someone posted, yeah. So the Mavericks are never going to select Michael Penix Jr. as your QB because number one, he wears a do rag. Number two, he shouted out his homies after the game win. I was like, oh, they're right.
It's New York, yeah.
Maras are not. The Maras are very conservative. They're
They
not.
got sticks up their butt.
They've got sticks up their butt. I thought
And
that
that's
was funny
staying in the
opposite
video.
one.
Screw the Maras. You guys know what to do, though. Like, subscribe. Make sure you drop a comment. Any Eagles fans out there, specifically, I have one person that I would like to call out. Man of God 89. I want to see you in the comment section. You're one of the biggest trash talkers out of all the Eagles fans. I want to see you in the comment section. I want to see what your excuse is for why you guys lost this game. Because your excuse for why you lost to us 2 years ago was that you had backups in and that people were hurt. What kind of loser excuse is that? Oh, it's an excuse a loser makes. What a loser. Great finish to the season, Big Blue. Screw the Pigeons.
Let's keep it all alive and let your friends know. Make sure they know about us so they can join us for the next season. We'll be back. God willing, we will be back.
We're here forever. We ain't leaving. Take care.
Bye.